So, we've got Eddie Hearn with us here, going to have a chat ahead of this weekend's boxing, as well as cover other subjects. Thanks for joining us today, Eddie.
No problem.
Firstly, obviously, it's a very big weekend for boxing, the heavyweight division, possibly the biggest weekend in possibly, I'd say, quarter of a century. Fury finally going head-to-head against Usyk. What are your predictions for this Saturday night?
Oh, it's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, there's so many variables going into the fight. Two great fighters, two guys that are capable of performing really to their highest abilities on the given night. Fury coming in lighter for this. Is he going to box and move off the back foot? Can he still do that in the same kind of way that he had success against the likes of Vladimir Klitschko? Usyk, the much smaller man, really in size and in weight, but has a tremendous engine. I give Fury the edge, but I really feel like it's anyone's game. A few people talking about Fury stopping Usyk. I don't think he's going to fight that type of fight. So I do think it will go 12 rounds, and hopefully the Brit can do the business.
There's been a lot of talk about this fight, but there's also been a little bit of talk about other topics away from the fight as well, including John Fury's shenanigans. What are your thoughts on the headbutt?
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a bit naughty of John. I think he acknowledges that. Emotions are high, especially when it's your son, and there's a lot on the line this week. So, I always joke that John Fury, never actually does anything. He just mouths off, and then I got that one wrong. So I'm glad it wasn't me. But yeah, not great, and I'm sure he acknowledges that. And hopefully we can put it to one side and move on and concentrate on what is, like you said, a historic moment for the sport.
So it feels like the pound for pound title is more divisive than ever at the moment. Some big names throwing themselves in the ring, like Sir Crawford, Canelo, even Usyk can be argued for that. Who do you think is the best boxer on the planet right now?
I don't know. I mean, the winner of tomorrow night, definitely in with the shout. Canelo Alvarez still very much probably got the best resume in boxing. Inoue, great fighter. Terence Crawford. I think he's going to come from one of those four. Dimitri Bivol, I don't know, beat Canelo Alvarez. But yeah, definitely the winner tomorrow night puts his name in the hat.
So fans are being treated to the 5v5 card, the 1st of June. Matchroom v Queensbury. What matchup are you looking forward to the most on that, and why?
Honestly, I think it's one of the best cards we've ever seen, top to bottom. I mean, 5 complete 50-50 fights. The fans are going to love Wilder against Zhang, of course. Must-win fight for both. Hrgovic against Dubois, great fight. Honestly, everyone you can make a case for. Ray Ford against Nick Ball, brilliant fight for the world title. Amo Williams against Hamza Shiraz, tough fight for both. And Craig Richards against Willie Hutchinson. It's a pure 50-50 fight. So I guess the big boys always get the attention. I'm looking forward to Deontay Wilder against Zhilei Zhang. Anything could happen in that fight, and it's a must-win for both.
And one of the most fascinating stories outside the ring is you and Frank Warren teaming up. What's your working relationship been like with Frank?
Yeah, really good. I mean, His Excellency brought us together, kind of said, look, you two, stop the messing around and let's start making fights. And it's been refreshing. It's been enjoyable, been exciting. The rivalry will be there. Don't worry about that on June 1st. I mean, even this weekend, we've got Joe Cordina against Anthony Cacace. It's Matchroom against Queensbury. Next week on the Jack Catterall, Josh Taylor card, you've got Chev Clark against Zorro, another Matchroom Queensbury matchup. So you're seeing lots more of those fights getting made now. And the relationship's good, amicably, socially. But, the competition's still there. Don't get it twisted. And you'll see us two going at it in the 5v5.
So this week it was announced that you signed a deal with Pitch International. What can fans expect? Like, how will it change Matchroom events?
I don't think necessarily events. I think it will change a little bit the pace of growth for the business. It's been a tremendous decade, really, particularly the last 5 years. And as we continue to expand globally, we Pitch acquired a minority investment stake in our business, and we did that, with the vision really to expand the business rapidly in certain territories. They're an excellent sports marketing company. You know, got a strong track record around sports TV rights, around live events, certainly around the world as well. And we think together we're going to be stronger to move at a quicker pace. So, I think the events won't necessarily look different, but perhaps the growth of events in certain markets will. And that'll be definitely something we're focusing on with them.
So I'm just going to ask a little question away from the boxing world, if that's all right. A little bit about the darts, the BetFred World Matchplay, just around the corner. Luke Littler has taken the darts world by storm. Will you be heading down to Blackpool to
I believe I will be, yeah, on the Thursday. I think I'm coming up, and I can't wait. I think the Winter Gardens is a classic venue. You talk about Ali Pali and the history there. The Winter Gardens is right up there as well, and that event is one of the players' favourites. It's always sold out very quickly, and obviously now with Luke, that exposure and that profile is really going mainstream. He's on fire at the moment. I guess he's going to be a favourite in that tournament as well. I'm sure he watched that tournament as a kid and dreamt of playing in the Winter Gardens in Blackpool. Now he gets his chance. So going to be a very special event, and obviously BetFred behind us, ready for a big one in Blackpool.
Will you be backing Luke to win it, or have
I think so? Yeah. I mean, the thing that has impressed me most about him is just like his bottle, and just the fact that under pressure, he seems to absorb the crowd. He winds them up. They wind him up back. He's got plenty of guts and heart, and to handle that kind of pressure at such a young age is phenomenal, really. And he's been a great addition to the scene, and there's plenty of good young players coming through.
So, on moving on to the Tyson Paul fight, it's now been decided it will be a professional fight. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't think it really matters. I mean, it is what it is. I think what you think of the fight is what you think of the fight, whether it's a professionally sanctioned event or not. So for me, I'm not mad on it. I get it. I know that people are going to want to watch it, but it is a 59-year-old man or whatever he is, and he's a legend of the sport. But, Jake Paul gets eyeballs on himself and the fights. And obviously Mike Tyson is a recognised name worldwide. So, not one I'm mad about, but I'm sure it's going to do great numbers.
And the last question from me, you've been talking for a while about how boxing needs a big video game. So what do you think of the news that Undisputed is coming to consoles in October? Yeah,
it's great. I know those guys. I met them, blimey, about 3 years ago, I think. And then they were just starting, it's been a huge investment in that project over time. I'm glad that it's paying off. I do feel like there's a big demand for a boxing game. I spoke to EA Sports a couple of years ago, and I really felt like they should take the bull by the horns and bring back Fight Night. But now at least there is a game in Undisputed. I'm not really a gamer, so I can't tell you the quality of it, but I think it'll be well received by fight fans, and good luck to them.
And that's everything from me. Thank you, Eddie, for
joining
me.
No worries, today, mate. Speak to you soon.
Cheers.